Hello, I'm Jeff Finkelstein, founder of Customer Paradigm, a Boulder, Colorado-based company focused on search marketing and Magento development. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Magento Community versus Enterprise and give you an unbiased opinion. Magento Community advantages: free, open source. Free is good, right? Very few people want to pay $15,550 if they don't need to. After all, free open source software can do almost anything, right? But like most things in life, you do get what you pay for. First, a little history about the Magento commerce system and how it all got started. Roy Rubin was running a web development shop in Los Angeles, California, and their clients needed an affordable way to launch e-commerce sites. His company, Varian, initially turned to OS Commerce, a free, open source e-commerce platform. OS Commerce has been around for more than a decade. It has a lot of features, but it was built by web developers who often don't think like web store owners or marketers. The system had a lot of basic features, but installing a new design was really complex, and modifying the system to add new functionality meant modifying the underlying core files and code. This meant security updates, feature enhancements, and OS Commerce version updates virtually impossible to update. Essentially, an OS Commerce site that was modified was a custom branch. And once it was built, it was actually easier to start from scratch and build a whole new site instead of upgrading. Varian built the Magento Commerce Community platform as an open source system. And instead of relying on developers around the world to add cool features, Varian designed the Magento system to have something that was designed by marketers and web owners instead of designed by techie programmers. So unlike the OS Commerce system, the Magento Community platform was built with marketing, search engine optimization, reporting, and the end customer in mind first. OS Commerce was often built by techie programmers who didn't realize what key features mattered most. Things like multiple storefronts, coupon codes, discount modules, the ability to upsell, cross-sell. All of these tools were built right into the Magento Community version from the outset. A modular code base. There are a set of core code files in Magento, and both the Community and Enterprise system share some of this core file code base, although much of the Enterprise system has more advanced features and offers better bug-free code. The system requires these core files to run. So if you want to upgrade the system, you simply need to upgrade the core files. And this is except if you need to upgrade the database, but that's a whole other topic that we won't get into today. Another big feature of Magento is object-oriented code versus procedural code. The Magento system is complex, and it uses what's known as object-oriented code that allows the system to run a collection of interacting objects, as opposed to other systems, sort of like OS Commerce, where a program runs a list of tasks or subroutines to work. So object-oriented code allows the e-commerce system to run more efficiently, more securely, and allows for a lot less bugs in the system. Design files separate. Instead of hacking apart the core files like you have to do in OS Commerce, there's an area where you can add the design for the site. That way, you can reskin the site quickly and easily, and even have multiple themes or designs running for different sections of the site, or even store views. Extensions and plugin module. Varian knew that the off-the-shelf version of Magento would incorporate 90% plus of the features that e-commerce store owners wanted in the system. But in order to add that last 10% of difference between the standard out-of-the-box site and custom functionality, the extension module system was developed. You can add a new extension that allows for RDFA, rich data format tagging on the site. We actually built a plugin for this. Or add in advanced sales tracking with trigger-based order alerts. Customer Paradigm also built this watchdog system as well. Or add order ahead functionality, i.e. your smoothie is ready for you and you can bypass the line when you go to Jumbo Juice. Or add in-aisle checkout, like being at the Apple Store. Or a one-step checkout, or a fancy image zoom, or a mobile template. There are more than 7,500 extensions available right now in the Magento Connect extension marketplace. Some are free, some are paid, and all of them make it really easy to add new functionality to your site. Depending on what you'd like to do, again, some are free, some you have to pay a modest fee for. Easy upgrade path. As new features were requested with OS Commerce, with Magento, the new and improved version of the Magento system could be rolled out, And the core files were set so that for those sites, upgrades were relatively easy to do unless you upgraded some of those or hacked through some of those core files. There's a lot of security features built in. OS Commerce lacked a lot of security features and was extremely vulnerable to SQL injection errors. And due to the object-oriented nature of the Magento codebase, security was really built in from the beginning. Magento grew because of its open source nature, and as of February of 2013, this year, Magento has a 26% market share of the e-commerce sites in the Alexa Top 1 Million. Over 125,000 merchants are using Magento for their e-commerce storefronts, including some of the largest brand names in fashion, clothing, sports, and electronics. Magento's 26% of the market share is really impressive in this competitive landscape, almost 1 out of 4. But giving away free open source software, while altruistic and admirable, isn't a great way to make money. It's not an easy way to feed a family or pay employees. So Magento could have gotten into the integration business, like us, Customer Paradigm, helping businesses actually do the build out of their e-commerce sites in more of a consulting capacity. However, that's more difficult to scale, and Magento is much more of a software company at its core than a professional services company. Instead, the folks at Magento, formerly Varian, developed an enterprise version of the e-commerce system targeted to the needs of larger enterprise-class clients. The enterprise codebase adds an additional feature base, additional reliability, and more security. From my perspective, that's good. Magento can focus on what it does best, building a reliable code base for both Magento Community Edition and Magento Enterprise Edition. It's tough, I know this from firsthand experience, to be both a software company focused on a product and also do customized work for the clients at the same time. I've tried this, and the big clients that pay a lot of money take development resources away from the core code process. There's no real easy way around that. In 2011, eBay acquired Magento and has brought the Magento system into their fold. Because eBay also owns PayPal, Magento is tightly integrated with PayPal in ways that most e-commerce systems are not. Recent PayPal extensions include in-aisle ordering, like you'd see at the Apple Store, order ahead, like going to Jamba Juice to order a smoothie online, bypass the line and pick it up, and a point of sale system to allow a retail store to use an iPad or an iPhone as a cash register. eBay has continued to pour support, money, and marketing dollars into the Magento product line. Our company, Customer Paradigm, is a Magento Silver Solution Partner. We do integration work to help launch Magento sites. We've been vetted directly by the folks at Magento and have half a dozen or more Magento certified developers on our team in our Boulder, Colorado office that can help fix Magento Community or Enterprise sites, build out new sites, create new extensions or features without touching the core code files. We're unbiased because we're happy to work with you, either if you're on the community version or the enterprise version of Magento, depending on really the needs of your company. Okay, so we're a little biased. We do like the Magento system instead of a lot of the other e-commerce systems out there. The big question though, Magento Enterprise versus Community. Is Enterprise really worth $15,550 a year? And what do I get for it? These are the questions we're asked every day by e-commerce website owners like you who are trying to decide and make a decision. Is paying for Magento Enterprise worth it? For some people, Enterprise is a must-have. For others, it might be an expensive, unnecessary purchase. I'm going to delve into this more today. What do I really get with Magento Enterprise versus the free open source version of Magento Community? Again, I'll try to answer this in an unbiased way in just a moment. Advantages of Magento Community versus Magento Enterprise. Out of the box, well, it's not really a box because it's a digital download. The Magento Community platform gives merchants and store owners some really amazing features and flexibility. So, for example, Magento Community is free open source software. There's no yearly license fees. Zip, zero, zilch, none. Tough to say too much about this. Magento Community is designed for developers and tech-savvy merchants who aren't afraid to get their hands figuratively dirty building and maintaining a site. You pay only for your domain name, web hosting, and pay for a qualified Magento programmer to build out the site and maintain it. So out of the box, Magento Community's e-commerce system really has an amazing array of features, including code-level access to the files. You won't get that with a lot of other systems. So if you want to modify the system, you can do so easily. And unlike the Magento Go platform that is hosted and locked down similar to Volusion, Shopify, other hosted solutions, the code runs on your web server. Because of this, nobody has access to your client information, products, pricing, etc. Web Services API allows you to connect to other systems easily. Using mobile HTML5 themes, it's pre-integrated with an out-of-the-box theme. Mobile commerce is exploding, so if your site doesn't work from an iPhone, iPad, tablet, or other smartphone, like an Android, you're losing out a lot of business. Extensibility. Extensions. As I mentioned before, one of the key features of Magento Community and Enterprise are the 7,500 plus extensions in the Magento Connect marketplace. API integrations. Magento allows you to use application programming interfaces, or APIs, also known as TLAs, or three-letter acronyms, to interact with different databases, other stores, Google Merchant and product feeds, and more. Themes. As I described before, you can install one or more themes or designs for a Magento Community storefront, all without having to touch the core code files. Mobile commerce. Magento Community Edition, again, out of the box, allows you to engage with customers on a mobile platform. The underlying code works well for mobile devices, but the ability of the site to engage in mobile commerce will be based quite a bit on the design. For example, you might have a mobile version of the site or a responsive design theme that allows the site to automatically respond to the width of the browser window based on a PC, laptop, desktop, or tablet or iPhone. Multiple stores. Magento Community, again, allows you to have multiple stores with one common backend system. This is a major feature of Magento that most other e-commerce systems don't offer. For example, you might have a retail site, a wholesale site, or 3 different sites for different brands. You can share customers, products, categories, and other information across each store. Or not. Instead of having to log into the admin area of 3 or 4 different systems to process orders, manage inventory, update product information, you have one single admin area that spans across your multiple storefronts. For each store, you can actually have multiple store views. And generally, this is used to give the user an option to view the site in multiple languages. So in some instances, you could use multiple storefronts or views for a mobile site, or just have a separate store view for wholesale customers. Persistent shopping cart. The shopping cart is perhaps the most important and advanced feature of the entire e-commerce system, and Magento Community offers what's known as a persistent shopping cart. A persistent cart keeps track of what a potential customer adds to their cart and saves the contents until they come back. If they're a registered user, i.e. somebody who's ordered from you in the past and have logged in, the system can be set up to keep their shopping cart contents intact indefinitely, regardless of what computer, tablet, mobile device they use. So within Magento, you can set the time limits to keep the contents of the cart. 2 weeks, 6 months, 1 year, or even more. And if you want to allow the system to remember users when they visit again. The persistent shopping cart feature is not available in many other competing platforms, especially in the granular detail that Magento Community and Enterprise allows. It can also help you make sure you're compliant with cookie regulations in different markets. Flexible pricing rules. Magento Community has an amazing system that allows you to create discounts, free shipping, and other offers. While Magento Enterprise, more on this below, has a few more bells and whistles, the Magento Community Edition has powerful pricing options that give many store owners lots of options, including something like buy item 1, get item 2 for 50% off. Buy item 1, get item 2 for free. Buy items 1 and 2, get item 3 for free. Free shipping for orders over $50. Free shipping for item 1. A discount on all items in category B by 10% towards the end of the month. These can get extremely complex. You can have pricing rules apply to specific customers, i.e. wholesale customers, to anyone who's logged into the site as a retail customer, or to anybody. For example, wholesale customers might always receive free shipping, or anyone that's a past customer and logged into the system might see prices that are 5% off on specific products or categories, or receive free shipping for all orders. Catalog price rules apply to items in the catalog and show up on the category pages and individual product pages. Shopping cart price rules show up when a customer adds something to the cart. You can require that a customer add something like a discount code or a promo code, or not even require this, as you can have this discount applied to everyone. This might be where free shipping for orders over $30 might be applied and displayed. International commerce and multiple language support. Magento Community, again, allows you to specify the country users are able to make purchases in and ship to on the site. So for example, you could have a specific site that's just for Canada, for example, and have a store view that uses the .ca top-level domain extension. Or you can enable shipping and commerce to nearly any country. Shipping rules, payment configurations, and gateways. Magento Community allows you to set shipping options for international users, including USPS, UPS, FedEx, DHL, or lots of custom shipping information. You can set payment configurations, i.e. Authorize.net, PayPal Pro, or other supported vendors through the system. You can also enable PayPal and PayPal Express Checkout as additional payment options too. Now, you can enable the ability of customers to purchase on credit and pay by check, or restrict this just to a specific customer group, like just wholesale customers. Product configurations. The free open source software version of Magento Community allows you to have extensive product options, including product name, so that something that people can recognize, product price, i.e. how much the product costs, minimum advertised price, the ability to list the minimum advertised price automatically on the page. This is required in a lot of industries. Product cost, not shown, but so that you can view profitability reports based on the product price. You can set tier pricing, set the price for different customer groups, i.e. a different price for wholesale customers versus past customers versus new customers. You can set a special price, so you can set the price, usually lower, for a specific date range. And then when that special price date is over, the price goes back to normal. And as a bonus, you don't have to stay up until midnight on the last day of the sale in order to change the prices back. The short description of the product. This is often used on the category page. Long description of the product, that's used on the individual product detail page. And you can even add HTML content into the product description field. SKU, or stock keeping unit. The SKU is the product code that can be used by your inventory management system or warehouse system, and is the unique identifier across all stores. Product images. The Magento Community system allows you to have multiple product images by default. SEO page titles, meta description, and other information. You can set the page title. This is what shows up in blue underlined text in Google search results. And the page description, this is what shows up under the blue underlined text in Google search results, all on a per product basis. Your SEO team will be really happy with this. Digital downloads and downloadable products. You can set up Magento to allow users to be able to download digital products. For example, software, ebooks, or music. Weight, you can set how much the product weighs, and this is often used to calculate shipping costs. A new date sets the date in the system when the product should be new, so that end users can see the latest and newest features featured on the site. URL key. This is to create a search engine friendly link or address for the product page. A key feature is that this is not in many of the other competing shopping cart systems. You can allow gift messages. For each product, you can set whether or not the end user ordering the product is able to set a gift message for a particular product. Custom attributes. You can set custom attributes including size with price differentials for larger or smaller sizes. Colors, again, you can set premium colors that increase the price. Brand name, manufacturer, and many, many, many more options in Magento Community. The customer paradigm often trains Magento merchants on how to best add products into their system for maximum effect, including search engine optimization. We're happy to help out. You can also use a third-party system to load product information into your Magento Community store, but this does require a little bit of additional integration. Upsells, cross-sells, and related products. Magento Community allows for upsells, cross-sells, and related products. However, the upsell, cross-sell, and related products are a manual process in Magento Community Edition, and you have to set up the upsells and cross-sells for each single product unless you use, again, a third-party extension. That's done for you in Magento Enterprise. Upsells allow you to entice the end customer to buy more. A bigger size, buy two and receive a discount, more expensive options, etc. Cross-sell allows you to offer feature products that are similar. For example, if you're selling a digital camera, you might also want to cross-sell memory cards, extra batteries, tripods, ball heads, other kinds of things. Related products allow an end customer to see what else is similar so that they can more easily browse through your store and find out exactly what they're looking for. Search engine optimization. So Magento Community gives you basic search engine optimization tools, including the ability to auto-generate a sitemap, a Google sitemap in XML format, and manage page titles and manage meta description information, etc. Magento Community offers a pretty solid framework for sites to be able to be indexed by Google, Bing, Yahoo, other search engines. And out of the box, though, Magento Community does need to be configured properly for SEO purposes. Magento Community, if not configured properly, does have a few common issues with SEO areas, including canonicalization and relative next pages. So what are the advantages of Magento Enterprise versus Magento Community? Magento Enterprise has all of the features of the Magento Community system that I just mentioned above. But Magento Enterprise does have additional features, and what these might be good for are the difference between making Enterprise right for your company or not. So if you have a large number of products, Magento Community doesn't really handle large catalogs, large numbers of products, as well as Magento Enterprise does. Magento Enterprise 1.13, for example, is 80% faster at re-indexing a catalog and has a lot of performance features that the Magento Community code base simply doesn't have. So if you have 20 items on your site, it's not going to matter much. When you have 20,000, 200,000, or even more, speed matters. One client of ours saw a 30 times increase on the site when it came to indexing. Not 30%, 30 times. In the past, something that was added to the site, a new product, could take 12 minutes to show up on the front end of the site. But with Magento Enterprise, especially the latest version, this happens instantly. Enterprise Edition 1.13 shows a 65% improvement in page load times versus Enterprise Edition 1.12, and much, much more versus Magento Community. Magento Enterprise offers a new indexing operation that runs in the background. So for sites with large product catalogs, Magento Enterprise 1.13 offers an 83% performance increase in full re-indexing. And this really matters. So if you want your site to load quickly with full page caching, Magento Community doesn't include full page caching. Magento Enterprise does include full page caching just out of the gate. So what's full page caching? In Magento Enterprise, it comes built in. And full page caching essentially creates a static HTML-based snapshot of each page on the site and serves them extremely quickly. Without full page caching, all the various items on the page require separate database lookups, which takes server time to process and take care of. With full page caching, pages often load in 1 to 2 seconds. Without full page caching, pages can take 5 to 8 seconds or more to load on your site. Yes, you can run caching like Varnish on your site, but many hosting companies don't support this. And anytime you add or change or update your site, then you need to rebuild the whole cache like Varnish in a manual process. Again, it's another moving part and piece that you have to worry about interacting with the e-commerce system and possibly breaking. If you need rollback or backup systems integrated into your Magento storefront, we get calls all the time from clients who have made changes to their Magento Community sites accidentally or purposefully and want to roll back to a previous change. Honestly, with Magento Community, it's not that easy. It would be nice if there was a version control system for content and product pages similar to WordPress. But with WordPress, there's a lot less moving parts and pieces. Magento Community doesn't have this. Magento Enterprise does. If you need better scalability, most Magento Community sites run on a single server that handles DNS, PHP, caching, memory, RAM, database like the MySQL service, session handling, the Apache web server. Magento Enterprise makes it easier to have a more scalable website and separates these parts and pieces onto different servers. Yes, this can absolutely be done with Magento Community, but the code base of Magento Enterprise is specifically designed for Magento Enterprise users who have lots of traffic, lots of SKUs, lots of products, and lots of people buying stuff on their sites. Faster checkout flow. Magento Enterprise offers a faster, more streamlined checkout flow that the Magento Community Edition just doesn't have. While many of the improvements in Enterprise are minor to the end user visually, they're designed to speed up the process of checkout. The blink of an eye is 250 milliseconds. The faster the checkout process becomes, the more likely someone is to finish the checkout process. Quick, fast, and easy. Another feature of Enterprise is advanced administrator roles, logging, and site access permission. This feature is restricted only to the Magento Enterprise system. Advanced administrator roles allow you to set up an administrator on a per-site basis so that the admin of one site doesn't have access to other areas. Similarly, you can create a log of who goes into the site, who makes changes to products, and accesses customer information. For many companies, access logging and site access permission is a make or break feature, especially in heavily regulated industries such as financial, medical, etc. It's good to trust people, but if people know they can be tracked, they're a lot less likely to do harm, or at least they'll try to cover up their tracks a little bit better. Manage customer attributes quickly and easily. Magento Enterprise makes it quick, fast, and easy to update the customer attributes, including the prefix, first and last name, email, date of birth, gender, tax, VAT number, and add new customer attributes easily. This isn't an option that is available as easily in Magento Community Edition, and it's been added to allow Magento Enterprise merchants the ability to have more data about their customers in order to create advanced customer segments. If you want to be able to offer a gift wrapping option or other options like that, Magento Community does not have that feature built in. Again, you could use an extension, but it's another thing that can break your system. Magento Enterprise allows you to create a gift wrapping option, set a price for the gift wrapping service, and then be able to associate it with specific products. You probably wouldn't want to offer gift wrapping for a washer and dryer. It's just way too much tape and wrapping paper. If you do want to do advanced segmentation and marketing to your clients, the advanced segmentation module in Magento Enterprise is one of the top reasons many people turn to Magento Enterprise. So what does it do? It allows you to treat different customers differently. You can give customers that have purchased a lot from you in the past free shipping, for example. You can give first-time customers incentives to place their first order. You can show customers that have purchased specific categories of items in the past, similar items, when they visit the site again. You can identify customer groups or segments based on everything from address, city, state, zip, country, order history, and create specialized banners, price discounts, and more. The targeting options are immense, and they include geographic information. So want to do a special promotion to customers that are located in New York? With Magento Enterprise's advanced marketing segmentation, you can do that and display custom banners on the site, giving free shipping to anyone in New York, for example, and entice them with a geographically relevant message. Order history. You want to use RFM, recency, frequency, monetary value. You can target customers that have purchased a specific dollar amount in the past with specific targeted marketing, or people who frequently purchase through the site. You can target first-time visitors, so people who are new to your site can be targeted with a marketing campaign that is designed to get them in the door quickly and easily. You can offer free shipping to a new customer. You could double their reward points. You could offer a free gift with an initial purchase or a buy one, get something else for 50% off. And all these options are easily implemented, including banner ads on the site. Based on what a potential customer has in their shopping cart, you can re-engage them with an ability to upsell, cross-sell, or promote free shipping, for example. Customer segments are dynamic, so you can export specific customers for external marketing campaigns. If you want to host private sales for customers, that's also easy to do. So if you want to host a private sale for your customers on your site, Magento Enterprise allows you to quickly do this and easily as well. You can email users directly through the interface or through an external system with an additional configuration and setup, and set special pricing and products that are only available to selected customer groups or customer segments. Very, very cool feature and one that's highly requested. If you want to have PCI compliant code, Magento Enterprise gives merchants a secure payment bridge that is compliant with the PCI Security Standards Council. Merchants still have to have a PCI compliant server infrastructure, especially if you want to store and collect credit card information, especially for repeat purchases. If you use one of the major payment gateways, such as PayPal Pro or Authorize.net or LinkPoint, Magento Enterprise checks off a few more boxes on your way to full PCI compliance. So this is a very highly requested feature. If you want a gift registry, Magento Enterprise, out of the box, offers a built-in gift registry that is highly integrated with the shopping cart system. For some sites, a registry doesn't really matter. For example, sites that you don't want other people like your in-laws or future in-laws to know you're making purchases on. You can use your imagination here. But for many other sites, though, a gift registry for birthdays, weddings, new babies, or even bar and bat mitzvahs allows someone to set up a gift registry and add items that they'd like to own to that registry. Then their friends, family, and future in-laws can go to the search the registry, and add items that are then removed from the list of options once they're purchased. So if you're like me and hate receiving gift cards to random retail stores located an hour and a half away that I'll never, ever get to, a gift registry allows you to receive the stuff that you actually do want. While there are paid extensions that work with the Magento Community platform, we haven't found any that give the same degree of tight integration and don't cause huge conflicts with some of the other features. That's a major problem with extensions. If you want to offer gift points or loyalty points for customers, sure, it's a gimmick, but who doesn't want to earn 1,000 points every time you place an order on the site for $25? Points can be redeemed for currency, free shipping, or other features. The Magento Enterprise system tightly integrates reward points into the core code base. Again, there's paid extensions that can replicate some of this functionality for community sites, but they don't always integrate and they don't always work. We've spent countless hours troubleshooting some of the stuff that doesn't work. If you want to offer in-store credit or online gift cards, all of this is built into Magento Enterprise. Want to send a gift card to a client that they can use on the site easily? With Magento Enterprise, this functionality is quick, easy, and highly integrated into the system. To create a gift card account, you can basically select the website, especially if you have multiple websites, select the balance, for example, $100, and choose an expiration date, so it's good for 1 year from now. Then you can simply send the card to the end user via email. Return management authorization. If you want RMA, or return management authorization, built in, that's important. If you have a store that sells physical products, you're always going to have some percentage of users that want to return the items. Especially if you offer free shipping, and even if you offer it both ways, people are even more likely to return items, and there's a lower cost associated with sending it back. Magento Community doesn't give you an easy way to handle merchandise returned through the system and have it automated and added back into inventory. Magento Enterprise has an RMA system built right in. If you want to offer Solar Search, do you know when you visit a site and you begin typing and the system starts recommending search results? That's called Solar Search, S-O-L-R search. It's an amazing way for people to find what they're looking for quickly and easily. Search is also a great way to lose people on your site if they can't find what they want. So one of the highest areas of bounce rates on a site is often the search results page. You go there, you can't find what you're looking for, and then you just leave the site. Solar Search mitigates this by suggesting search queries that the system knows will deliver actual results. Solar Search is built into Magento Enterprise. It's not available from Magento Community. Another key feature, if you want to create automated email campaigns, in Magento Community, you can't do that. It doesn't have a built-in system that allows for automatic trigger-based email campaigns. There are some third-party extensions that can make this work, but they often conflict with other systems, other extensions, and they don't send in a dependable manner. We've literally spent hundreds of hours trying to troubleshoot third-party extensions for Magento Community to manage abandoned shopping cart emails with pretty mixed success. The abandoned shopping cart emails really do work, and especially on the enterprise system. Some businesses are afraid to email their customers, but a well-written email sent to somebody with items in their cart saying can really get them to convert. Something that says, oops, you might have closed your browser window before you made a purchase, but we've saved your cart now for you, and it shows that you care. Second-day order emails can also be helpful. After a customer places an order with you, they receive an order confirmation email automatically through the system. That's great. Magento, Community, Enterprise, they both send out this critical transactional email. But an email the next day saying, thanks so much for placing an order with us. We really appreciate it. Here's some more information about what to expect when you receive the order. Can do quite a bit to reduce customer service calls and create an additional sense of trusted interaction with that customer. Email done well is really the #1 way to reach out to past customers, engage with them with relevant content, and get them to come back to the site. Magento Enterprise has an integrated automated email message trigger system that's far superior to anything available for Magento Community. If you need to create multiple custom landing pages easily, Magento Enterprise excels at this. So what's the worst thing you could possibly do with an email campaign or a cost-per-click campaign? Just dump the end user right onto the homepage and then force them to figure out where your special offer is located on the site. Instead, a custom landing page designed to highlight exactly what you're emailing them about is the best practice. Don't believe me? Test it out. Send half of your traffic to the homepage and the other half to a dedicated landing page specific to the offer. See what converts better and what bounces people off the site faster. Magento Enterprise allows you to create new landing pages quickly and easily and have them tie directly into advanced customer segmentation systems. Magento Community also allows you to add custom landing pages in the same way, but doesn't allow you to exclude landing pages as easily from the site hierarchy and search results, and definitely doesn't have the same version control and customer segmentation built in. Cross-sell, upsell recommended products automatically. Magento Community allows the ability to cross-sell and upsell in the system, but it's a manual process that forces you to link every single upsell and cross-sell item for each specific product in the system. It's not a problem, again, if you have 20 products, but with a merchant with 1,500, 25,000, or 150,000 SKUs in their Magento catalog, this just doesn't work so well. Magento Enterprise allows you to apply categories of products as cross-sell, upsell, or related products automatically. So instead of having to have someone do everything by hand, the Magento Enterprise system does this automatically for you. This is another top feature of Magento Enterprise that allows for dynamic cross-sell, upsell. If you want customer-assisted shopping, have you ever tried to purchase something from an online site but just got stuck? The discount code just didn't seem to work. You weren't sure of their shipping policy, or you had another question. Magento Enterprise allows you to have what's called customer service assisted shopping. So your customer service team can actually go into an end user shopping cart in the back end, add a selected product, apply specific coupon codes quickly and easily. For example, a really great customer is having an issue on the site. Your customer service rep might give them free shipping because they had an issue. Really easily done. The customer service rep can find out what the customer has in their cart and add and remove items. The customer service rep can also look at past purchases. Oh, I see you bought this item last month. Would you like me to add it back in for you right now? Or recently compared products, or even products that the customer viewed on the site. All of this is available in the customer-assisted shopping system, and it's unique to the Magento Enterprise code base and most of the other shopping cart systems out there. If you want Magento technical support from Magento is not available for Magento Community members. That's why Customer Paradigm, a company like ours, exists. We're here to help fix your Magento Community or Enterprise site. Magento Enterprise customers do receive enterprise support. The scope of Magento's enterprise support includes Magento installation and downloads, support for Magento Enterprise installation, including best practice recommendations for server and hosting environment, fresh installations of Magento or troubleshooting of existing installations and downloads. Windows and Mac environments are not supported with this. Magento Enterprise usage issues. Magento's experts can help Magento's enterprise customers make the most of Magento. They're there to answer any of the how-to questions, from catalog setup to advanced marketing promotions. Basic Magento Enterprise configuration issues, and for Magento Enterprise Edition customers that are having any issues with product configuration, the support team can help configure Magento so it's set up correctly with all of your payment modules, shipping options, tax rates, language, and much more. This is taken from the Magento site. Troubleshooting, bug fixes, and escalation. If Magento Enterprise clients find a critical bug issue within the Magento core product base, they'll help troubleshoot this. This includes the diagnosis and, in many cases, the resolution of any what they call functional or visual issues in the Magento core product. But not included in Magento's enterprise support platforms, according again to the Magento website, are Magento core development code, Magento development support, it's not included, not available. Magento Enterprise store optimization, server and performance tuning, that's not included or not available. Custom extensions, definitely not included, not available. Custom interfaces, not included, not available. Custom configuration, also not included, not available. Core product updates, not included, not available. Data migration, also not included and not available through Magento. Best practices recommendations, not included and not available. And again, this is through Magento. So note, if you make any changes to the Magento core files, Magento Enterprise support will not be able to assist you until you undo the core file changes. If you want to offer auto-generated custom coupons. So do you need a way to automatically generate coupon codes dynamically for end users? Magento Community allows someone to go into the system and create a coupon code for a specific amount or percentage that can be used by one or more people. Magento Enterprise allows you to automatically generate a coupon code after someone's first purchase that is unique to them and then can be used for anything from free shipping to a 5% discount on their next purchase or 10% off a special item you want to promote. It's pretty easy and a great feature of that. If you want to tie custom banners or coupon codes and discounts into the system, Magento Community allows you to have coupons or discounts, but doesn't allow you to tie banner ads on your site to specific shopping cart rules or coupons for the site. Magento Enterprise allows you to display specific banners on the top of the site, left side, right side, bottom, or within a content block based on the shopping cart rules on the site. So if you're giving away 10% on all orders between now and midnight, make sure people know this with display banners throughout the site. With Community, it's a much more manual process. Almost done going through all of these things, but with Magento Enterprise, you have a lot of additional functionality improvements. Magento made about 350 improvements to the Enterprise code base of the latest edition, including on the product pages, categories, search pages, shopping cart, checkout process, admin order creation, import, export, web API components, payment methods, and Magento just pours more energy into the Magento Enterprise codebase. Not to say that the community version isn't worked on, it is, but money talks and paying customers' needs often come first. So in summary, choosing between Magento Enterprise versus Magento Community is a complicated choice. Magento Community is a free open source software package. Magento Enterprise costs $15,500. For some merchants, the out-of-the-box Magento Community solution is perfectly fine. I've listed many of the key features before, and it's been adopted by more than 150,000 merchants worldwide. For others who need more enterprise-class functionality, including advanced marketing and segmentation tools, PCI compliance, full-page caching, the ability to handle an extremely large number of products in an online catalog, the Magento Enterprise system might be a much better fit. Not everyone out there will tell you this, but Magento Community can be configured using extensions and customizations to match many of the key features of Magento Enterprise. But this approach requires the technological equivalent of a lot of duct tape. Might not be very pretty underneath, but it sticks together okay. It's tougher to make changes later, as once the duct tape is applied, digitally or otherwise, it's tough to get that sticky residue to come off. The problem with using a lot of third-party extensions, honestly, is that sometimes they can conflict with each other, causing problems and headaches and instability in the entire system. So you might need to spend close to the price of the enterprise license getting everything configured, tested, and stable. I know this because we've done that in the past. So how to decide? We're Magento experts, and we work both on the Magento Enterprise and Community platforms, and have spent a tremendous amount of time answering this question for our merchants. Perhaps the biggest question that can help us provide you with an unbiased answer is, where do you want to go with your Magento site? I'm a big skier. I spent 3 years as a professional ski patroller, handling medical rescue, avalanche control, and three-dimensional gravity-fed logistics. You can ski down quickly, but you can't go up. So one of the key lessons for skiers is look where you want to go, not where you don't. So, for example, I saw this time and time again. Someone on the slope was freaked out about skiing into a tree. So what do? They look at the tree. Probably not the best option, because when their head turns to the tree, their shoulders naturally line up with their head. And then before long, their hips, knees, and the tips of their skis are pointing directly right at that tree, and they kind of have a laser lock focus. They're looking where they don't want to go and wind up slamming into the tree. So instead, with Magento, look where you want to go. In the skiing metaphor, it's straight down the fall line of the ski slope. On a mountain biking trail, it's straight down the amazing single track. But in the web world, it's focusing on your business goals for your website. Many of the sites we build have $20,000 or more in transactions per day. That's not uncommon. So if you want to be a successful online merchant, the cost of Magento Enterprise might be less than a single day of online sales. That's not often out of the realm of possibility. If you want to have a large, successful retail store on the web, you have to make many investments. Hosting, First of all, don't go cheap with your web hosting. A cheap web hosting company usually piles a ton of sites onto the same server, and that means your site's going to load very, very slowly. The faster your site loads, the more people are likely to place an order. Google likes sites that load fast too and reward them with much better search rankings. The takeaway, a $10 a month hosted website might hurt your long-term business prospects because it can't handle the load. You don't necessarily need to spend $500 a month, but invest in hosting. Products, product description, and shipping information. With so many options out there, top e-commerce websites invest in fantastic products with well-written product descriptions, aggressive pricing, and deals on shipping. You have to do all of that at a minimum. Website design. You need to make sure your design is attractive, has strong calls to action, and loads quickly. A good design builds trust and confidence. It's not something you throw together in an afternoon or a weekend. Search engine optimization. Inbound marketing. Just because you build a great site and you have great prices and great description and other information and great customer service doesn't mean that everyone will magically visit your site. You also need to invest in great content on the site, social media outreach, inbound links from other relevant sites. Ongoing marketing to past customers is another essential. Past customers are the best source of, best asset any online store has, but you have to actively engage with them to come back. So, community versus enterprise codebase. I've attempted to answer this question in an unbiased way. You can also call us for a free consultation too. We're here to help. We'd love to work with you regardless of if you're on Magento Enterprise or Community platform. If you're the kind of person that keeps rolls of duct tape everywhere and likes to patch things together and make them work and loves to change the oil on your own car, Magento Community might be a great fit. If you'd rather have an all-in-one package that's fine-tuned from the get-go and you don't have to do advanced configuration and tweak things, Magento Enterprise might be a better fit. If you want to speak to an unbiased Magento expert to help you decide what's right for your business, give us a call for a free consultation. Fill out a contact form on the www.customerparadigm.com website or call us 303-473-4400. Again, I'm Jeff Finkelstein, founder of Customer Paradigm, and I really appreciate your attention on Magento Community versus Magento Enterprise and what is the unbiased recommendation. Thanks so much.